Today in Cloud Gaming News, we're going to be talking about GeForce Now and Google Stadia, but we're going to begin with a potentially big story surrounding Xbox game streaming. In a recent episode of the Xbox 2 podcast, which happens to feature Jez Gordon from Windows Central, it was revealed that Microsoft is supposed to be working with a Finnish studio named Mainframe to release a cloud-native game. Based on what I gather on Mainframe Studios' website, it appears that they're currently focusing on developing a cloud-native based MMO title. Surprisingly, this isn't the first time I talk about them either. It's been known for quite some time that the studio has been working on this project, and it's been relatively quiet in terms of news regarding it. All of the news regarding it does date back to 2020, and it's mainly about finding funding for the project itself, but it's really interesting to hear that the team over at Xbox has appeared to take notice of it. Cloud-native gaming has so much untapped potential. In fact, it's one of the main reasons I started this channel back when it was called Generation Stadia. Google's promise of delivering a future of gaming where games would be made that could only be done in the cloud was exciting. Sadly, things didn't pan out as originally planned for Stadia, and it seems like the idea of games built from the ground up for the cloud was not close to happening anytime soon. Thankfully, Microsoft seems to at least be interested in the idea, and Mainframe has been a long-term supporter of it as well. There's a lot of potential here for something big, but there's way too little known about what the project is actually looking like at this stage. It may be some time before we see anything more, and I'm sure it's a pretty big undertaking. That said, I cannot wait to see what's in store, and I should also point out that this isn't Microsoft's first venture into using the cloud for games lately. Let's not forget that the latest flight simulator was tapping into that power to render the world and managed to produce a game with absolutely stunning results. There are certainly some exciting times ahead. Let me know what type of game you would like to see most developed in the cloud and why down in the comment section below. Following that bit of news, we're now talking Google Stadia, as Riders Republic just announced that they will be having a free trial week where you can hop onto the game and play it for up to 4 hours in a 7-day period. Unlike previous beta sessions, this will be active on Stadia, and it all starts October 21st through the 27th, exactly 1 week before the title launches. While I have seen some people express their disappointment for the 4-hour time limit, I actually think it's really cool to see Ubisoft do this sort of thing. It's understandable to me that they would want to limit playtime on a game that hasn't even been released yet, and I also wouldn't put it past them to increase the playtime if they decide to later down the road. At this point in time, it's not known if you will need Stadia Pro to actually take advantage of the free play session, but I doubt that being the case since it is free on every other platform. It's also worth pointing out that your progress will carry over with you to the full game if you decide to participate in this free play session. Moving on to the last bit of news of the day, it revolves around GeForce Now and a pretty interesting tweet that was put out recently that simply states something new is coming soon to a cloud near you, #the future is now. A pretty mysterious tweet to say the least, but also a very exciting one. It'll be very interesting to see what this ends up leading to, as it could be plenty of things after all. Whatever it is though, it does seem to be pretty big. If you end up liking the tweet, you get the following response stating that it's happening and that you'll receive a notification soon for something special that is kicking off later this month. If you're interested in finding out as this happens, you really should consider doing the same and liking the tweet, or you can just stay tuned to the channel as I'll let you know whatever the news is as it drops. Be sure to let me know what your best guess is as to what this might lead to down in the comment section below. I would love to read your theories on it. It seems to me that no matter what cloud platform you're playing on, there are exciting times ahead no matter where you look. Either way, that wraps up all the news for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful at all, consider hitting that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video question is simply going to be asking you what game you've been playing lately, be it on a cloud platform, console, or PC, and whether or not you recommend it. As always, this has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.